weather team you can trust. Here's Chief Meteorologist Eric Sneidel.
6:15, and this is better. This is a lot better than what we had earlier this morning. We had sleet, we had freezing rain. Frankly, a lot of you right now don't have anything. We are in the dry portion of this storm, but we know we're going to get more precip coming back. Thankfully, freezing rain is no longer going to be a part of that equation. Hate having to deal with that. Even just a little bit causes so much issues around here. 39 our current temperature, 37 in Sodus. We got 40 showing up. Penn Yan, Dansville. It is 47 right now in Dunkirk, and you get a sense of where that wind is kind of emanating from. That's the source of the air coming our way. I do think we end up breaking into the 40s over the next few hours before then we turn around and go in the other direction. Eventually, there is some cold air to be found with this area of low pressure, but I think we're going to have to wait until tomorrow, probably round about this time tomorrow. Could be a bit more wintry looking around here. Satellite and radar locally. Clouds, yes. Precip, not so much. You go way off to the east. This is still a mess. This is overrunning all of that very shallow cold air. All of this pink capable of falling in the form of freezing rain. So thankfully, we don't have to contend with that anymore. We now turn our attention the other way. The parent low with this is spiraling east of Chicago, Illinois. You can see the wraparound bands here of moisture that are starting to work into that dry air. So we got a window here of a few more hours where I doubt there's going to be much falling from the clouds. But after midnight especially, here comes that first lobe. That's all liquid. The stuff after that, though, with some moisture assist from Lake Ontario, turns into some lake effect snow showers, of which most will end up falling into the afternoon and evening tomorrow. Again, a limited window. I've been using those words a lot this week of opportunity for snow, and also any semblance of accumulation out of this with borderline marginal temperatures here at 32 degrees more often than not. When we're in the middle part of January and I'm forecasting lake effect snow, our assumption is every one of those flakes is going to end up sticking. This, again, is not going to be the case. I think sticking on roads is going to be tough. Rooftops, high terrain, upper elevation surfaces, sure. But the road conditions should end up being okay. And all we're talking about here by the end of the night on Friday is maybe a trace to an inch or two locally. Bigger numbers, enough to qualify for advisory criteria. Off into the hills of Wyoming County. If that's where you're watching us from, congrats, you're the big winner out of this. For the rest of you, our slow start continues. How slow, you ask? Well, I'm glad you asked, because I built this whole graphic to answer that. This is the second slowest winter in terms of snowfall that Rochester has had, going all the way back to 1950. The only season that was ahead of this, or technically behind it, was 52-53, and that was only by about 1/3 of an inch. This is rare territory for us, and tomorrow's not exactly going to add big padding on top of those numbers. Big Bills game on Sunday, 3 o'clock kickoff. Low gets going along the coast here. That will spread probably some light snow around here for that game. Your drive home shouldn't be that big of a deal. The core of the swath of heavy snow with this coastal low will be the other part of New York, off to the east side of the state. We should not get much with that one, but this is still an active pattern. Another opportunity with a bigger storm by Wednesday.